a weird misprint.
Hey! Azang, essay.
Yeah, right. Well, not so good. You know, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm seeing things. I think it might be because of these drugs the Army put me on. But if you could, just get me well enough to get back to base.
Right. Kick ass. Well, don't want to sound like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart that you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded. What I do is just like you know, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I'm serious here.
Don't worry, Scro. Now there are plenty of tards out there living really kick-ass lives. My first wife was tarded. She's a pilot now.
I need for you to be serious for a second here, okay? I need help.
There's that fag talk we talked about. Right, so that'll be this many dollars. And if you could just go ahead and, like, put your tattoo in that shit.
That's weird. This thing has the same misprint as that magazine. What are the odds?
Where's your tattoo? Tattoo? Why don't you have this?
Oh, God.
Where's your tattoo?
Oh, my God.
Why come you don't have a tattoo?
Oh, my God.
You're not unscannable, are you?
Oh, my God!
You're unscannable.
Unscannable! No, you don't understand! You gotta let me talk to someone in the Army! A second. They're all dead. Everybody I know is dead! Oh, my God! Oh! No!
What I'm trying to do is to try and kind of get outside of myself and try and experience the world from a completely different perspective.
And jointly to Thomas Thwaites for creating prosthetic extensions of his limbs.
A woman in Norway believes she belongs to a different breed. She claims that she is a cat trapped in a human's body.
Ser du dyr og sånn ute i mørket, mus og sånn?
Ja, har løpt veldig ofte etter dyr som viser seg i skygger og sånt.
The 20-year-old, who goes by Nano, shared her unique story in an interview published on a Norwegian YouTube channel.
Jeg er Nano, 20 år. Jeg har vært katt hele livet. Jeg fant ut at jeg var katt når jeg var 16 år, da leger og psykologer fant ut hva som var med meg.
She says doctors found a genetic defect in her DNA, which she claims proves she is indeed a cat.
Hva skjedde nå?
Det er en hund der sånn.
Du er født sånn?
Ja, jeg er født sånn.
Født i feil art?
Født i feil art.
To compensate for her entirely human-like appearance, she wears cat ears, a fake fluffy tail, and crawls around on all fours. Even though her psychologist told her she can grow out of it, Nano says she plans to live as a cat for the rest of her life. Be sure to watch Inside Edition.
"32-year-old Tom works as a sound and lighting technician for a local theatre. But after a long day at the office, this is where he likes to sleep.
I can actually fit in quite successfully. And to be honest with you, from there on in, uncomfortable.
It doesn't look very comfortable.
It's bizarre. It doesn't look comfortable. But then, I mean, you can shuffle around. You can make yourself a different shape and curl up differently, swap the corners, go to the opposite side. It looks bijou, but actually there's a lot more space in here than you really think.
For the past 10 years, Tom has spent every spare moment becoming a dog.
If I'm in here for a long, long, long length of time, if facilities needed, puppy training pads.
What's a puppy training pad?
Puppy training pads, they're there for small puppy spills normally, but they're quite absorbent. And it just means that if I do get sort of suddenly caught out, I've got the chance to relieve and relax.
Tom spent more than £4,000 on specially made gear to transform into his alter ego, Spot.
This looks challenging.
It is very challenging to get on.
Because it's custom made, custom sized, it's that much more awkward to get into. You need a fair bit of talc. Most rubber pups in the sort of community do actually need a hand to get in, they can't do it on their own.
Tom keeps his puppy gear at his friend Rachel's house.
Right, do you want to turn around and do it?
Whichever's up to you. If I go that way.
I think it's time you do a new one.
I know.
It's worse than a pair of tights. Jesus.
Whee!
Happy?
Yep. Right, time for the hood. Got nose tubes, means I can breathe like a puppy. They got my nostrils, and they then come round to the actual puppy's hood's nostrils.
Now they're in there. You breathe through your nose of a puppy, which is nice. Right. Front paws.
I'm a Dalmatian. They want to be on the go all the time. They're an active animal. Do theatre work, so I sort of hide in the dark, do the sound and the lights and that kind of thing. I don't want to be seen at work. I don't want to be seen in the public eye, but as my pup life, I want to be the centre of
Brett
attention.
documented a day in the life of his infantilism. Take a look.
This is something I wanted to show you guys. The crib was made by one of my best friends. I got the crib design from online for an actual adult baby crib. The crib altogether was around $350 to $500. Money well spent, in my opinion.
Make you happy, boy.
This is the chair I made right after my crib. It's a high chair. It's 3.5 feet off the ground. This probably costs around $250 to $400 to do all together. I throw stuff off here. I have tantrums. I eat. I get messy.
More?
Yeah. The food was on the tray. I'm in my baby chair and I'm good to go. Down on the bed, I have all my onesies, my rompers, my snap pants. I have these things specially made from people off eBay who are really nice. Diapers and clothes and the whole baby stuff is not cheap. As a baby, it's not cheap. You should see it as an adult.
Most of the money that we spend is on Brett and his baby things.
All the baby clothes in my closet is approximately worth $4,000. There's nothing more soothing than the bars being all the way up and me kind of glimpsing and looking, and there she is checking on me. And I couldn't ask for anything more.
I see my life progressing to a more otherworldly look.
23-year-old Vinny O is making it his mission to become a real-life alien.
My goal in regards to my look is to become an exact scientific, proportioned, sexless human being.
Vinny grew up in a small town in Oregon, never feeling like he quite belonged. So at age 17, he packed his bags and went in search of new adventures.
I moved to LA at a really young age, and moving here, everything was always about sex appeal. And when I think of alien, I think of like ugly, like aliens don't really have genders, in my eyes at least. And I connected with it.
Since moving to LA, Vinny has found new motivation and belonging in his pursuit of alien perfection and through his work as a makeup artist.
To get my alien look, I spent around about $60,000. I've had around about 110 procedures. 3 surgeries, 110 procedures.
But now Vinny wants to push his plastic surgery journey even further to where no man or woman has ever gone before.
I'm looking to have gender unassignment. I'm looking to change my genitals so that way there is nothing there. Just maybe like a hole to pee out of. I want my genitals removed because life would be easier. I'm also celibate, which actually I've never told anyone really before.
Hi, sis. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming today. Yes, it has. Come on in. Things have been really crazy with everything online, but you know, it's all an adventure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the first time we had this conversation was probably 3 years ago.
Whoa. Me being celibate is my way to be at peace with myself and my body on this process.
I want to support you through that process. You know, I'm concerned with the psychological effects of the surgery that it could have, and, you know, messing with your biochemistry and your hormones, because, you know, we mess up our biochemistry just a little bit and it can throw us completely off. What happens when you decide that you don't want children today, but you may want children later of your own? Have you thought a little bit about that?
Of course I have. I thought about, you know, wanting kids of my own.
Yeah.
But ever since I was 16, I wanted to adopt kids outside of the system.
I really have a concern about cyberbullying, and those are my biggest concerns, just his safety. I'm concerned about, you know, him changing his mind about surgery, like later in life. But the more and more we talk about it, the more it actually feels like this is actually truly what he needs and wants to be more authentically.
She's the deviest diva you could ever think of. I've been wearing like my sister's tutus since I was like 3s and 4s, even like 2s, and I've been dancing around in like little pink dresses and stuff. So yeah, I think I've had lactation inside of me since I was born, and that's why I love that song, Born This Way.
We just want our kids to express themselves however they see fit, as long as it's respectful and they're nice people. We really don't care.
I like dancing, and I like performing, and I love, not only like, I love dressing up. It makes me feel very happy, like I am accepted. The yellow wig with the red dress, and then the blonde wig with this dress.
When he was about 2, he came to me with Mr. Potato Head earrings and asked me to put makeup on him. So we did a little like drag photo shoot, and he duck faced. It was very sweet. And yeah, anytime he wanted makeup, I just put some on him.
A little bit of dark and a little bit of swoon, and then a little bit of power couple. I want natural contour.
You want realness?
Yeah.
You want drag realness?
Yes. I also want stuff coming off of my eyes.
When he was about 7, we started watching RuPaul's Drag Race. I think when he saw that that was an actual art form and they could be whatever they wanted, I think he decided that that's when drag was going to be like his life.
I love them because they do what they want to do, and they're not afraid to do it. My friends at school think Lactatia is very courageous. She's really good at dancing. They also think that she's really good at playing video games and stuff like that. You know, with the pew 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 pew.
He used to be called Peaches Demure. That was the original drag name. It's only been a few months since like the name Lactatia has been around. His sister picked it for him.
Lactatia is a diva all time.
I ain't a diva and you are not a diva. I am the real diva up in here.
A diva can be a drag queen, a diva can just be a woman, a diva can be a man, but I wouldn't really call a man a diva. I would call a man a divler. I know people would like go up to their parents and tell them that they want to be a drag queen, and then their parents would be like, you shouldn't even know what that is. I don't think that that should be a thing. I don't think that other people should judge what people do.
It's overwhelming. Like you feel overwhelmed with like pride that your child is, you know, expressing themselves and showing the world, and it's being so well received, and you know, she's pretty good at what she does.
If you're shy because of people that don't want you to do something, then you have to just man up and be like, okay, I'm not listening to you. I can do what I want, and this is what I want to do.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello.
My advice to you is keep going, learn your lyrics well. Give them face, give them choreography, give them a lot of energy. They will always remember your energy. Left foot forward, there you go, and chest up, head up. When you give them your face, just do it like it's a rainbow sweep, as in you're gonna take in all of this wonderfulness. Just like, there you go. Diva in the making, I love it. It's because of people like you that I'm here. You are my replacement, and you're gonna be wonderful at this. You're gonna have lots of fun with it, and it's gonna take you to a lot of wonderful places.
I take voguing classes.
Oh, you take voguing classes? By the time you turn 12, you are going to be a weapon of mass devastation.
A lot of people ask me if I'm gonna be a drag queen forever, and it's always the same answer. Probably. I hope I'm still gonna be a drag queen. And if I'm not, that's totally fine. But I really hope that I can keep my lactation inside of me for the rest of my life.
Wonderful. Work, Diva! Yes, mama!
It's tuk-tuk. They use them a lot in the Philippines. Whenever I'm around the music, I'm around the food, I feel like I'm in my own skin. I'd watch the History Channel sometimes for hours, whenever it came to that, and nothing else intrigued me more but things about Filipino culture. I think if you're unhappy with who you are and you change yourself for the better and that makes you happy, go for it. But I would never say it was a privilege to be unhappy with yourself all the time. Well, the funny thing is I had to make sure that it wasn't just me, because if it's just me, then there must be something wrong, or maybe I'm just strange. So I created the group in hopes of getting our message out in a bottle, and people started to join. People started to message me about their conflictions with themselves. I believe that we all have the freedoms to pursue happiness in our own ways. We can pursue intimacy with whatever partner we want. Tuk-tuk. They use them a lot in the Philippines. Whenever I'm around the music, I'm around the food, I feel like I'm in my own skin. I'd watch the History Channel sometimes for hours, whenever it came to that, and nothing else intrigued me more but things about Filipino culture. I think if you're unhappy with who you are and you change yourself for the better and that makes you happy, you know, go for it. But I would never say it was a privilege to, you know, be unhappy with yourself all the time. Well, the funny thing is, you know, I had to make sure that it wasn't just me, because if it's just me, then there must be something wrong, or maybe I'm just strange. So, you know, I created the group in hopes of, you know, getting our message out in a bottle, and people started to join. People started to message me about, you know, their conflictions with themselves. I believe that we all have the freedoms to pursue happiness in our own ways. We can pursue intimacy with whatever partner we want.
At 42 years old, Hong Kong designer Ricky Ma has finally achieved a lifelong dream when he built his own personal android from scratch on his humble balcony.
細個嗰陣時咧就係話我中意做機械人啦。個機械人點嚟咧？就係因為我中意睇卡通片啊嘛。細個我哋個個都睇卡通片㗎啦。咁見到好多唔咩 Transformer 啊，或者係唔同嘅機械人嘅控制打鬥啊，或者係遊戲啊咁大個咗想做啦，做呢件事嘅時候，好多人話：喂，你傻㗎！
When Ricky Ma did grow up, he realised that he had a lot to learn. He taught himself 3D modelling, electromechanics and programming in order to make every individual component of the robot. He christened his creation Mark I, her silicon face modelled after a certain Hollywood actress he wishes to remain secret. Mark I can verbally respond to vocalised commands and is able to move muscles in her face to stimulate different expressions. Sort of. She's also able to grasp her fingers and move her legs. Sort of. Mark I may be a little rough around the edges, but Ricky's enthusiasm and passion have made this robot a remarkable achievement, with just over $50,000 and 18 months of labour. He is now writing a book about the process to serve as a nuts and bolts handbook to other hobbyists that will no longer be committed to the science fiction shelves.